So high voltage production. So all power system devices, we need the high voltage production. So all these devices which will be affected by the high voltage. Main causes of this over voltage, main causes of this over voltages, it is classified basically as two types, which is internal causes and the one is external. So external is the thing which you have studied, which is called as a lightning. So lightning, when it falls on the power system equipments, what it happens, you have already visualized. So under what are the, how this lightning happens and what is the thunder, what are the effects of lightning, what are the different methods of which it's affected, everything you have already covered. Okay. So I'm going to give now introduction. What is the over voltages? So over voltages may be caused due to the lightning, or it may be caused due to the opening of the circuit breakers, or it may be caused due to the grounding if it is not properly grounded, and these are the issues which leads to the over voltages. Okay, most of the over voltages will not cause a major problem, but still we have to take it into account this over voltages effects also, because you know that the power system equipments are connected not only with the generators, transformers and transmission lines. In addition to this, we have connected with the other equipments also, like circuit breakers, relays, and all these equipments are connected. So these are all called as a productive devices, and all these productive devices, what are the types of productive devices, how it operates, that we have studied at the previous 3 units you have studied. Yeah, what is the production devices applicable for the alternators, what are the production devices applicable for transformers, and what are the productive devices which is applicable for the transmission lines and the feeders. Okay, you know now what are the productive devices which are used for the different power system applications, and different types of the circuit breakers that we are going to study here. Okay, so these circuit breakers opening and closing during the interruption also, it reduces the performance of the equipment. So there also we need some productive devices are needed. Okay, these main reason these over voltage problems occurs due to the failure of the insulation. Okay, so this power system, all these equipments which are limited to the magnitude of 4 voltages, but it need to control the effect on the operating equipment. Okay, so these are the causes of the over voltages. Basically, these over voltages are classified into two types. One is internal causes, and one is external causes. So under the internal causes, we are going to study about switching surges, insulation failure, arcing ground, and resonance. So external causes, lightning, we have completed. Okay. So now we are going to study what is switching surge. We are going to study what is what are the problems which occurs due to the insulation failure, and what is the arcing ground, what is the effect due to the arcing ground, and what is the effect due to the resonance. So let me go to the first one, which is internal causes of the over voltage. So actually internal causes which does not produce much major damages or the major issues, because it is so of not that much higher magnitude, it is of lower magnitude things. And these internal causes mainly occurs due to the failure of the insulations, and surges, like surges, you know what is surges. Explained what is surges while explaining in the lightning what is surge. Okay, so experience, many researches and experience shows that surges due to the internal causes may increase the system voltages. It will be twice the normal value. For example, if you're having the normal voltage of 230 volts, if a surge occurs, it will be multiplied into 2. So central internal causes of over voltage in the power systems are primary, which is due to oscillations. You know what is a surge itself? It is an oscillations, the wave motion, which is created during the circuit conditions, sudden changes in the circuit. So normally the system insulation is properly designed to withstand the surges. Okay. So first we can see what is a switching surges. Switching surges are nothing but circuit breakers. When it is opening and the closing time, it will make cause some surges, which leads to the imbalance in the voltages, that is make it added up the voltage. So these type of effects which is causes due to the switching operations, this is called as the switching surges. So switching surges maybe happens in both cases when the line, you can take a transmission line. So when it is connected at the no load condition, another thing which is connected at the no load condition also. So during the switching operations of an unloader, let us take, we can take an unloader line. So if we don't have any loads connected to the transmission line, just a generator is connected and we are supplying the input voltage, supply voltage to the transmission line. So at this case, if you are having the switching, says if there is a sudden opening of the switches and such effects, if it happens, means, so it will causes the traveling waves, which may produce the over voltages on the line. So during the unload during the unload condition in the transmission line, when it is connected only with the voltage source, and it will, if it is suddenly opened at a particular point at the terminal, for example, you can keep it as a terminal point as A. If it is suddenly open, then the voltage which is reflected to the source means here it is generator. So it will be twice the supply voltage, that is, it will be reflected back to the supply voltage without the change in the sign. So this causes the voltage doubling. So added up, it will get added up. The voltages which is passing and returned back will be added, and it will become twice the voltage, which becomes the serious issue, which is to the generating sources. So, and this is of temporary, for a sudden period or not, it will occur for a continuous, but just as temporarily it will be occurring. Um, for example, we can take a short duration time. So it will be only for a short duration time, and it will be settled down when the supply voltage with the supply voltage, and it will be twice the voltage which occurs for only a short time. Similarly, we can take in the case of the loaded line. So if it is fully loaded, it means that generator generates energy and it is transmitted to the transmission line. Finally, at the one end, it is connected to the full load condition. So at this condition, if circuit breaker, if any fault is detected, and if circuit breaker gets off, if any switches gets opened up, so it causes here again surges will be created. Okay. So at this condition, you can take two. This will step up a voltage, that is 2 Zn I. I is the instantaneous value of the current which is produced. So at the no load condition, you will not be having much effect with respect to the current. But at the loaded condition, main parameter which to be considered is only the line. So where I is the instantaneous value of a current at the time of opening of the line. So line, we are taking it as a Zn in the natural, which is the natural impedance of a transmission. Zn is the natural impedance of a transmission line. Okay, so they are saying that it is twice 2 into Zn into I. So this is the case in the case, this is the thing which happens at the case of the loaded line. This is one example calculation it is given. So next is current chopping. Current chopping results in the production of high voltage transients. High voltage transients occurs the contact of the air blast circuit breakers. So these different types of circuit breakers like air blast circuit breakers, oil brake circuit breakers, how it operates and what is the construction and operation, you will be studying later in the second half of this unit. So you can take it, each circuit breaker has a different operations, like it will be operating with respect to the air, therefore it is called as the air blast circuit breaker. Like a transformer, it will be operated with respect to the oil, therefore it is called as an oil brake circuit breakers. So there are different types of circuit breakers that are available. So at this condition, it will lead to a sudden arcing. Therefore, it is sudden a huge transient. Therefore, it is called as the current chopping. And here the main parameter is a current. Therefore, it is called as a current chopping. So when breaking of the low currents, transformer magnetizing, so which amplifies circuit breaker, the powerful deionizing effect of amplifiers causes the line to fall abruptly below the zero before the natural current zero is reached. For example, if you take a sinusoidal waveform, so in the case of a sinusoidal waveform, there will be a particular instant point where it has to go back to zero. So instead of going back at a particular point of a zero, before that zero, if it gets 0 point, it comes to, it falls to the zero condition. At this condition, it is called as the current chopping. So this phenomenon is called as a current chopping and produces a high transient voltage across the breaker contacts. So it causes much effects to the breaker contacts. Next is insulation failure. So you can see this diagram. So in this diagram, this is the transmission line. One end is P and another one is Q. And now it is the wire is connected to the earthing point at the neutral point. It is take it. So this is having the one E by Zn. I already explained what is Zn. So Zn is the normal impedance of the transmission line, and E is the supply voltage. And if suppose a problem occurs at anywhere, so you can have this. This is E by Zn positive, and this is negative. and the returning voltage will be of a opposite polarity. So the most common cases of the insulation failure in the power system is the grounding of a conductor. So if it is an insulation failure, if occurs between the line and the earth, this may leads to the over voltages. So as I told, you can take a potential supply voltage as E. So here take it as a earth point X, and it is earth. It is earth. The earthing of a line causes the two equal voltages, which is minus E, which it travels across the point XQ, which travels across the point XQ, and it travels across the point XP, that is containing the currents minus E by Z10 and minus E by. So you know what is current? Current I is equal to V by R. Here V is the supply voltage, which is equal to the which is the voltage which is equal to E, which is a supply induced voltage, which in the case of a generator we are saying. So R is nothing but it is Z10. Okay, Z10 is the impedance of a transmission line. So both these currents pass through the X to an earth, so that the earth point, now this gets added up. Since they are opposite to each other, they get added up, and you will be having the 2E by Z10. So E plus Z10, they will be equal and opposite. That as I told, it written back with the opposite without changing the polarity. So it becomes plus, therefore 2E by Z10. So next is Arsing ground. The neutral, you can see the first point, the neutral of three phase lines is not adhered to the, all the three phases will not be adhered. To gain the two advantages, what are the two advantages is, firstly, in the case of line to ground fault, the line is not put out of action. So second, zero sequence, there are different, there are zero sequence current, positive sequence current, and negative sequence currents. So zero sequence currents are eliminated here, and therefore it results in the degrees of interface with the communication lines. So transmission lines along, even at the EB, they are using the transmission lines along with the itself, it is used for the communication lines. So even though if you're having transmission underground cables and communication lines at the same ground, if you're having, it will not affect the other communication lines. So next, insulated neutrals gives no problem with respect to the short lines when comparatively with the low voltages. If it is, there is a low voltage, then it is not a problem with respect to the short lines. But these lines are very long, and it operates at the high voltage. Now you can take a transmission line, that is with overhead lines. If you take, then it causes the serious arcing problem it creates. So this arcing ground produces oscillations. It creates oscillations which will be 3 to 4 times that of the normal voltage. For example, if you take 230 volts, if you multiple into 4, that will be the oscillated voltage. So that will be of the 3 to 4 times of the normal voltage. And this intermittent arcing, which is taking place in the line to ground of a three-phase system, it is called as the, it leads to a transient, and this transient is called as the arcing ground. Okay. So these transients which occurs will be, finally it will be cumulative, which will be additional, and it causes serious damage to the equipments which is connected to the power systems, and it may lead to the breakdown of the voltage. You know what happens when there is a breakdown of the insulation, automatically it will be short circuit happens, and the heat gets increases, and it leads to the serious damages. So in case of transformers, you know what is the problem which happens due to the insulation failure. It may cause firing accidents. All those things will be happening because of this arcing. Then last one of internal causes is resonance. So you know what is the resonance condition? When XL is equal to XC. So this condition is called as the resonance condition. So resonance in electrical system occurs when inductive resonance of a circuit, when it becomes equal to the capacitive resonance. That is XL is equal to XC. That is impedance condition. That is. So under the resonance, the impedance of a circuit will be equal to the resistance. So R will be equal to Z. At this condition, the power factor will be equal to unity. Okay. So the resonance causes high voltages in the electrical system. So in the usual transmission line, the capacitance value will be very small, and the resonance very rarely occurs. It won't occur. This problem, resonance problem, will not occur. So at this, if there is some distortion with respect to the E supply voltage, which is coming from the generator, So when there will be a problem with respect to the inductive and capacitance. You know how the transmission lines operates. So between the two transmission lines, it will be having the capacitance and these coils which will be acting as an inductance. So there, when there is a distortion, this problem, this inductor resonance problem occurs, and it leads to the serious damages. But it is not an usually occurring problem. Okay. So these are the internal causes. External causes already you have studied, which is the lightning. Okay. So tomorrow we can see what are the different types of the circuit breakers with their construction.